even though this is kind of like a modern thing that's happening right now, there's a lot of coverage in the news, and we talked about Congress and NASA and stuff talking about it. There have been throughout history times where people have said, they're talking about UFOs. Now, I don't know if at the time they were talking about UFOs, they could have been talking about their religion or God or angels or something. But as we look back at it, we see them talking about UFOs. You know, we're modern people are translating that.
Right.
So like on the other podcast, as I was saying, we talked about Bible passages, but there's been more than just that.
Yeah.
There's a couple paintings here. In fact, let's look at this one. It's and what was it called? It's
The Madonna.
the Madonna. Okay. And in the background here, there is this object up here. Hopefully people can see it on the screen where I'm pointing.
Yeah.
But it's like something in the sky. Now, down here, they've highlighted it and zoomed in on it, that it's this thing.
Okay.
And now
Which,
to me,
Yeah.
it looks like a boat.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Something just what would be in the water. But now it's flying in the sky, or it's in the sky in the painting.
Yeah.
The other weird thing about this painting is that if you notice, there's somebody right here.
Yeah.
And if we go down to the zoomed in part again, it's right here.
Oh,
the
yeah.
person is looking up at it,
Yeah.
which makes it even weirder.
Yeah. You know what? One thing that I was going to say about this was like, maybe since it looks like a boat, it's supposed to be a boat, like in the distance in the background.
Right.
And then maybe he's like looking, at it in the distance. However, in the picture, it looks like he's looking up.
Well, you make a valid point here. It's whatever the artist's interpretation of whatever they were trying to paint was.
Yeah.
This is not a photograph.
Yeah.
This is a painting.
Yes. True.
But there's some other ones here. This one, I believe, is called the Crucifixion.
Okay.
And from what I can tell, they're painting Jesus on the cross.
Yeah.
But the interesting part, at least to me, and for this conversation, is up here in the corners.
Okay.
So there's here and here, which is zoomed in down here at the bottom. So here and here. And what does that look like to you?
Yeah. I know it looks like people in a spaceship,
Yeah, or like a star thing or a comet or something.
Yeah, probably, yeah, like a comet.
Some type of pod thing.
Yep.
And they painted them up in the sky with the angels.
Yeah.
And they don't really look like angels. They just look like normal people, right?
Well, yeah, in that in the one on the left, so maybe that's a deity or maybe an angel or like a representation of like a god or something. Possibly, it's
But God's like wearing robes and stuff.
Yeah,
This to me looks like it kind of looks like a spacecraft or an aircraft or something with people in it.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. I mean, like we said in that last one, we don't necessarily know the painter's motivation.
It's true.
But you're right. I mean, it looks like but perhaps that's how they viewed, since it's a religious painting, maybe that's how they viewed your higher deities coming down.
Could be. Could be. Maybe man rode horses and angels rode and whatever these things were.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you
does.
can see how people would say
for sure,
it looks like UFOs.
Yep.
Okay, and then I got one last one here. So this is a painting, and it's kind of a large painting, but we're zoomed in so we can see some details. You see right up here, there is whatever that is in the sky.
Okay.
And there's a zoomed in piece, so we'll show that. But then there's a beam coming down and going through this wall. You can see that, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then it goes through and it hits this person in the head.
Yeah.
Now, what is that? What would you say that is?
Let's see, maybe. Well, gosh, we're talking about like religion and aliens here, so this could be she's getting a blessing.
But do you think that's what it is? That this is that's what they were drawing?
Yeah.
Or do you think they were drawing aliens?
Yeah, it could be aliens. Maybe she's being abducted.
Well, it doesn't show her flying away. It just
Yeah,
shows her
but-
getting hit in the head.
Yeah, yeah, but maybe.
And when you zoom in on it, there is this.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's a.
Doesn't it look like a UFO?
Yeah, yeah.
There's like beams coming out of the
Mm-hmm.
bottom, and it's all ring shaped.
Yep.
Unless it's like an upside down cake.
Yeah, she's getting abducted. We just can't see her leaving yet. So it just now, like, hit her, and yeah, she'll be taken up to the spaceship.
Well, okay. So what I'm saying is that this is, we had the Bible verses last time. There's these paintings. Evidently, this has been happening for a while. Well, maybe not. Maybe our interpretation of it is wrong, and that it hasn't been happening for a while. It's just a modern day thing. But let's just, put away disbelief for a minute and say it has been happening for a while.
Yeah,
So what would that mean? That this is a natural phenomenon, or that we've been
yeah.
visited a lot, or
Yeah, see, and this is the thing, because this is a little bit where I'm torn, is because, I don't want to necessarily say there's nothing special about our planet, but, you just gotta wonder, like, I feel like it's human nature to not want to feel alone, so we, even though we are the only planet right now that we know of that has life, it could just be our coping mechanism to be like, yeah, we're getting visited by aliens.
yeah, maybe. It's weird though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could just be reading into the paintings and the
Right,
Bible verses, and that really was about angels and other religious things.
Yeah.
And that the modern day stuff is just a new phenomenon that's been happening maybe for the last couple 100 years, but mostly, storytelling and things
Right.
like that.
Yeah, yeah, and it's interesting that it would be in a religious painting as well, because I don't necessarily know if those two things would mesh, like alien life out there and religion. It just kind of